What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness across all social media platforms. This is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy like myself, actually have therapy today, and also, validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. Today's episode is going to be about the narcissist doesn't know who they are. Like, we really don't know who we actually are. That's the escape right there, y'all. The identity crisis that most narcissistic people face. Like, who we are and who we actually trying to be, who we want to be, how we want to be perceived. There's so many thoughts running through a narcissistic person's head. It is absolutely crazy. I tell this to people all the time. They're like, me, myself, the personality that you see right now is just an accumulation of the, personality traits that I've seen and admired or been jealous of in other people. Like, I've been mirroring other people my entire life, y'all. It's, just exhausting, like down to the handwriting, picking people's handwriting, how they write the letter G or how to write the letter Z, or, just the mindset and just like, how they act in public, how they dress, hairstyles. Like, literally, y'all, I'm put together. I was kind of like, the Frankenstein's monster of a personality. Just being honest with you, just keeping it real. Like, that's how I feel. I really feel like I've been put together from a lot of other people's, personality characteristics. I really feel that way about myself right now. Like, my mind is just, at the point right now where I feel like this is me. Like, this is how my mind works. This is the mindset that I actually have, just from being around other people. Like, I've said this before. I don't know if I said this before, but like, one of my friends is like loud, boisterous, life of the party. I like being around him to take bits and pieces of that, because I don't want to be exactly like him. And most narcissists don't want to be exactly like other people. They want to take what they like from other people and put their own little spin on it, just in case somebody else comes up to them and says things like, "Hey, you know what? You act just like me. Hey, you write just like me. You act just like so and so." And I can say, "No, I can see what you're saying," or I can just vehemently deny it. You don't want people just calling you out on your behaviors and acting, being somebody else. But that's how I do. That's literally our identity crisis. Like, most narcissistic people have these. It's just like it's internal at first, but then it becomes this external dilemma, because like you have to live externally. We process stuff internally, but we live externally. So we carry our emotions on our sleeves, which is typically shame and rage. You know what I mean? So ask yourself right here, who is that? Like, this is one of the terms, like, this is one of the phrases that I hear a lot of times when I'm talking to people over Zoom about, their narcissist and the relationship they're in. Like, a lot of people say, I never really know this person. I feel like I don't know who they are. I feel like the person they are right now and the person they were with me is not the same. So when you see them change up their personalities to be with someone else, you automatically start wondering, was it you? Are they going to treat the next person better? They're going to become the next person. They become whoever they need to be to get you to fall for them, whoever they need to be, to get you to do what they want you to do, to get what they want to from you, to manipulate you, to take advantage of you or them. You know what I mean? I always say narcissistic people are like chameleons, like literally like chameleons. They can change colors depending on their environment, but guess what? It's still a chameleon. It can be red over here, it can be blue over here, it can be green over there. But guess what? At the end of the day, it's still a chameleon. It's still that same, it's still who it is. They are who they are. And I always tell people like, so who are you really? I don't know how to answer that question. I feel like I'm my most self. I feel like I'm me, the best version of myself when I'm, I've had a couple of shots of alcohol or something like that, just to, it helps take the shame away, and it helps lower my inhibitions to the point where I feel like I can be authentic. I can be genuinely who I want to be without the fear of repercussions or the fear of rejection and things like that. Because when I'm under the influence of something like that, like alcoholism, it just makes it easier to live sometimes. I just feel like, who I am and who I want. That's the struggle right there, y'all. That's the struggle in a narcissist brain. Like the difference between who I am and who I am and who I'm supposed to be. And that's the difference. That's the struggle a lot of people face when you're dealing with a narcissist. That's the struggle. It's a different struggle. It's like who you are, who you actually are, and who you are with this narcissistic person. Because a lot of times, not only does the narcissist change for relationships, a lot of times the people who deal with narcissists, you change for relationships too. You change to deal. You change with this narcissist because so many times, it'd be unbelievable. I've talked to millionaires, beautiful millionaire women, just successful men and things like that. But they feel powerless. They're super successful in every other aspect of their life except for this relationship in particular. They feel powerless in this relationship. They feel like in this relationship right here, they don't have any power and they don't know who they are. They lose their identity. Like narcissist is taking people's identity. You lose your identity while you're in a relationship with a narcissist. So who is this? Ask yourself this question. You have to ask yourself this question. Who am I? Because I ask myself that question all the time. My therapist asks me, she's like, who are you? Who are you really? I was like, I don't know. I really don't know who I am. I'm battling myself all the time, and that battle becomes frustrating. Like I said, we process things internally. So this internal battle with who I am and who I really, with who I really am, it comes out externally. And like I said, a lot of narcissists and toxic people get frustrated with their lives and they take it out on their significant others. They take it out on their kids. They take it out on the people around them and things like that. Everybody is to blame for how a narcissist is acting. Everybody is to blame, or everybody has to, has something, has fault in how that narcissist is treating other people. The narcissist is rarely ever at fault. You all know that. You understand that the narcissist is rarely ever going to be at fault, But I just don't. I know people are going to ask, like, how do you, figure out who you really are? I really don't know. I think that's what's therapy for, and I think this is actually what the point of life is for me, is like trying to figure out who I actually am. I know you see a lot of, when you're dealing with a narcissist, I know y'all see them changing up around other people. Depending upon who they are around, they are different people. You might see them at work, especially if you work with them. You might see them at work being a different person. You might see them being around their best friends as a different person. You might see them being around their family and as their family, their parents as different people. But then they somebody completely different with you. They're probably the most authentic with you because the mask comes off. And they treat you, a lot of times, the people who are closer to the narcissist get treated the worst. I know that dynamic shifts because at the beginning, you don't get treated bad, because if you got treated bad at the beginning, you wouldn't be here in the end. You know what I mean? So a lot of people get caught up in these situations where you don't you hold on to hope. You who are dealing with the narcissist, you hold on to that identity, their first personality, that first person you meet. But it's just like that narcissist change. It's like, again, they change colors. They literally change colors. Let's say you're a green person. I know, this is just a crazy metaphor, crazy analogy. Let's say you're a green person. They're going to be green with you. They're going to be green with you. They're chameleons, remember. They're going to be a green person with you as well. But let's say their friend group is full of red people. They're going to be red. They're going to be blue with their parents. But guess what? At the end of the day, when they come home and nobody's around them, when they are alone with their thoughts, what color are they? Who are they really? Because I don't know who they. I don't. Even with therapy, I really don't know who I am, y'all. I'm battling that. I'm struggling with that every single day, and it's super frustrating. I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Well, everybody does that, Lee." I'm just talking about narcissists in general, y'all. No, I know everybody struggles with who they are here and there. What you want out of life. What you're trying to achieve. But I know everybody's situation is gonna be different. Just like a lot of narcissists struggle with identity and try to become the people around them. But that gets tiring, y'all. It gets tiring trying to hold up different personality complexes and different traits and different friend groups and being different people around other. Oh, God. Y'all, it's extremely tiring. It's draining mentally, and it can be draining mentally, physically, and emotionally as well. But It's the fight that we have to fight. It's the fight that I fight in pretty much every single day. But I'm fine fighting this battle because it helps me. It helps me on this journey of self-development and self-improvement. You know what I mean? It really, really does. So that's the battle a lot of narcissists are fighting internally, and they take it out on you because you know who you are most times. And the narcissistic person is jealous of them. I've been jealous of my wife before. I've been jealous of my kids before. I've been jealous of my brothers and before because they know who they are. They have their identities etched in stone. Whereas I keep changing personalities. I keep changing dress styles. I keep changing my look. I keep trying to emulate people I admire or that I'm jealous. It's a never ending cycle, y'all. It just really is. It's tiresome. But yeah, let me hop off this thing, y'all. It's 7:32. I gotta get my son to school. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. I really, truly appreciate every single one of y'all because as much as y'all learn from me, I learn even more from you, I promise. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. And as always, mental illness is out. Peace.